Hello dear students, welcome back to our YouTube channel. As you know that we are studying about the integral transform, in which we have completed our first chapter. We have already completed our first chapter, beta and gamma function, in which we have seen the definition of beta and gamma function. After that we have seen about some basic properties based on beta and gamma function, and after that we have learned the application of beta and gamma function in that chapter. Now, as we have completed first chapter, we have the second chapter as Laplace transform. In Laplace transform, we have seen the definition of Laplace transform. If f of t be a positive function for all t greater than equal to 0 and function is piecewise continuous and class A equation, class A function, then we can take Laplace transform of that type of functions, and the Laplace transform is defined as Laplace transform of f of t is equals to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. In previous lecture, we have already seen the definitions and some basic theorems which are depend upon Laplace transform, in which we have seen the linearity property, then shifting theorem, in which first and second shifting theorem we have seen. After that, we have seen about the change of scale property, and then theorem when function is multiplied by t raised to n, where n is any positive number, and Laplace transform of derivative, Laplace transform of integral. We have already seen all these theorems in previous lecture. Now, in this lecture, we are going to apply all that theorems and definitions of Laplace transform in this lecture, and from this lecture we will try to solve each and every example by using these theorems. So let's start with the examples. We have the definition of Laplace transform. Now, example. An example is given as follows: find the Laplace transform of Laplace transform of t square e raised to minus a. We have the function f of t is equals to t square into e raised to minus et. We have to calculate Laplace transform of this function. Since given f of t is equals to t square e raised to minus et. Since given f of t is equals to t square e raised to minus at, and here we have t square and e raised to minus at, two functions which are in multiplication, and we can directly find the Laplace transform of this function by using e raised to at method, or we can say that the first shifting theorem. Since we know that first shifting theorem, Laplace transform of e raised to at is equals to f of s minus a. First shifting theorem is given as Laplace transform of e raised to at into f of t. Then we can find, or we can get f of t, Laplace transform of f of t. When we get Laplace transform of f of t as f of s, we replace s by s minus the exponential power of e. We subtract power of e from the parameter s from the answer. Let's see. If we take e raised to at here, therefore Laplace transform of e raised to minus at and f of t becomes t square. So first of all, we have to calculate the Laplace transform of t square. Therefore, Laplace transform of t square becomes 2 factorial upon s raised to 2 plus 1. And why? Since we know that Laplace transform of t raised to n equals to n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. So by using this, we will get 2 upon s cube. Correct. Now, if we want to find the Laplace transform of e raised to minus at t square, then it will use it becomes f of s. Correct. And here we have to replace s parameter by s minus power of e, and power of e is given as minus a. Correct. So we can replace 2 by s minus a cube, and it will use us 2 upon s minus 1 has become plus a bracket cube, and it is the final answer. Correct. We have 2 upon s plus a bracket cube. Now, this example is solved by using the first shifting theorem. Again, we can solve this example by using theorem when function f of t is multiplied by t raised to n, where n is any positive number. So let's see the another method to solve this example. And since we know that limit t raised to n f of t is equals to minus 1 raised to n d by ds n of f of s. Correct. We have the theorem Laplace transform of t raised to n into f of t is equals to minus 1 raised to n d by ds of f of s. Means, first of all, we have to find the Laplace transform of f of s, f of t. It will use us f of s and differentiate nth time, because we have t raised to n. So we have to differentiate that f of s n times. If we have t raised to m, then we have to differentiate m times. If we have here t raised to 10, then we have to differentiate f of s 10 times. If we have t raised to 5, then we have to differentiate f of s 5 times. So here the example is as follows: Laplace transform of t square e raised to minus at and so by using this formula we will get minus 1 power of t, minus 1 raised to power of t is 2, so minus 1 square, then d square by ds square. Correct. And f of s means Laplace transform of e raised to minus a t. Correct. So we will get minus 1 square d square by ds square, and e raised to minus 80 becomes 1 upon s minus a, that becomes plus a. Correct? We have minus 1 square d square by ds square of 1 upon s plus a, and minus 1 square becomes 1, so there is no need to write 1, into d square by d s square of s plus a raised to minus 1. S plus a raised to minus 1, we have to differentiate this s plus a raised to minus 1 two times. We will get, when we differentiate first time, we will get d by ds of s plus a raised to minus 1, and since we know that d by ds, when we differentiate we get power in multiplication, and s plus a minus 1, and it becomes d by ds of minus 1 into s plus a raised to minus 2. Now minus 1 taking outside, then differentiate this, d by ds of s plus a raised to minus 2, and by using the formula of differentiation of x raised to n, we will get n into x raised to n minus 1. So we will get minus 2 s plus a minus 2 minus 1, and 1 into minus 2 becomes 2, and s plus a raised to minus 2 and minus 1 becomes minus 3. So we can write it as 2 upon s plus a bracket cube, and it is same result with this method. Whenever we have such type of example to solve, t raised to n, e raised to at, bt something, then we can use any one of them to solve that type of example. Let's see one more example. Laplace transform of t raised to Laplace transform of, find the Laplace transform of t square e raised to 2t. Correct? If we go by shifting theorem, therefore by shifting theorem, let C Laplace transform of t square becomes 2 factorial upon s raised to 3. Correct? And if we use Laplace transform of e raised to 2t into t square, we know that we will get 2 factorial upon s minus 2 cube, and it becomes s upon 2 cube. Correct? It is the final result for t square e raised to 2t. In next lecture, we will try to solve some more examples which are dependent upon previous theorems. Till then, thank you.